Hey guys, Sean here,
Evan.
and we're here to do a fourth collaboration. Being well, we won't be able to do this that often, but we're going to review a movie. True, we're reviewing a movie that's technically never got an official release, really.
Oh, just
outside of probably potentially Betamax, Laserdiscs,
and VHS.
VHS.
I don't even know Betamax. I mean, I just assumed,
Dude, there's like millions of forms of
Yeah.
home media. But now the things like DVDs and Blu-rays,
Yeah.
primarily Blu-ray.
Yeah. And also 4K DVD now.
Well, but Blu-rays are the thing.
Yeah.
More. Anyway, you didn't come here for the home media catalog thing. But yeah, we're reviewing a 1983 movie by Michael Mann called The Keep, which this one has seen, what, now twice probably?
No, way more than twice.
Well, I just watched it. So since you've seen it multiple times, you go first.
Yeah, first time he ever watched it. So yeah.
First time I've ever watched any Michael Mann movie.
Yeah. Oh wait, you forgot to say the one thing.
Oh yes. If you're a huge fan of Michael Mann, this is not the review you were looking for.
Yeah.
I have to make a Star Wars reference.
Yeah.
I couldn't resist. I'm a huge fan of Star Wars. I can't resist making a reference. But anyway.
Yeah, I like it. I actually kind of, like I said with Mad Max, I actually have a kind of personal feeling for this movie.
You should go through the history first, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, this one specifically, I actually didn't really watch with my dad. I actually watched.
I meant production history.
Oh yeah. Yeah, failed. It had a very, very troubled production. Originally, Michael Mann's original directorial version was going to be
like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, 3.5 hours. Half an hour longer than than any of the Lord of the Rings Hobbit films.
Please wait. Imagine Return of the King with 10 extra minutes.
Yes.
The actual cut of Return of the King, that is.
Yes.
3 hour and 20 minutes, add another 10.
Mm-hmm.
But in the studio, Paramount at the time was saying, no, you can only have 2 hours. You don't have 2 hours. So they did a 2 hour cut. They did a test screening. Didn't apparently go very well. And so the studio realized, wait a minute, maybe it's not that the movie's too long, it's because the movie's too boring. But they didn't realize it they realized it too late, chopped about another 30 minutes out of it, and we get the 96-minute cut we have, and people still bitched.
Yes.
Huh. Why does this sound so familiar?
Huh. Hey, Jared Leto in Suicide Squad.
No, it's not just that. It's also Batman v Superman.
Batman v Superman. You're very sorry, Ben
It's Warner Bros. In general, dude.
Yeah, Warner.
Anyway.
And this was done by Paramount. I mean,
I know.
The guys who did brains.
The guys who did Indiana Jones and the Jason movies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, up until Jason Goes to Hell, and then I think eventually
Paramount never seen that one.
I'm saying, I think Paramount eventually had it back because I think their name was on the remake.
I think so.
Yeah. But anyway.
Well, I actually don't think it really was because it was boring. That would have been
Why else would people complain?
Well, for people who may not know what this movie is, or people may not have seen it but not known, this movie is actually based on a book by the same name by F. Paul Wilson, who was a horror writer, 70s, 80s, 90s today.
Anyway.
And yeah, so it was based on I think it was the second book in a 6-book series called The Adversary Cycle, which
never heard of it.
Yeah, of course you have. It was a very complicated series to begin with.
Understandably.
Yes. But then I think another thing that would be a problem with people. One problem with this movie also...
Didn't you say they kind of changed the storyline completely?
Yeah, but I wouldn't say completely, but...
they kept maybe the bare bones.
Yeah, but there is some elements that they changed around that, since because of what the original book was, it kind of in the movie make less sense.
Spoilers, by the way. Spoilers. Which I normally do spoilers in my videos anyway, but continue.
Because apparently in the book, the protagonist... the main protagonist, there was like multiple protagonists in this, because like 3 or 4 sides, but the main protagonist was a vampire. In this book,
movies.
Yeah. And in the book he was a vampire. In the movie they make him kind of like this demonic angel, kind of evil,
like a ghost kind.
Not really an angel, but like a demonic angel, like an evil spiritual entity.
Yes, which according to him would have allowed the ending to make more sense with the silver crosses.
Yeah, because there's this keep they're in is full of silver crosses, and
last time I checked, ghosts or demons, whatever he's supposed to be, are not afraid of silver.
Not exactly. About vampires, yes.
Which makes me wonder how the Sultan and Dracula Untold figured that out.
Yeah.
By the way, very underrated movie.
Yes.
Anyway, continue.
So yeah, that was one of the things that I thought was a problem with the finished project, not just because of it being boring. I mean, some people may find it amazing.
I think one of the reasons why some people would find it boring, me personally, I mean, it's okay. But like you said, because Michael Mann chopped a lot out, because he chopped a lot of movie, this movie, I've done the time. I've crunched the numbers. This movie has nearly 2 hours cut out of it. Probably the longest amount of minutes cut out of a movie. Like literally 2 hours cut out of the movie. It's like, and it adds to the plot holes, continuity issues, you the lapse in logic.
You can actually see where there's some things that would have been missing. Like the part where, oh, this guy got shot, then you go outside and see all that. I was like, what happened?
Okay, put it this way, dude. This movie gives Fan 4 Stick a run for its money.
Yeah. Oh, what were you going to say about...
And I don't even like Fan 4 Stick.
What were you going to say about the Superman 2 also?
Oh, yeah. Wait, what was I supposed to say?
Something about the change in time or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Now, we don't really know what all Donner shot. I mean, we know from the Donner cut, but there was more stuff that he intended to shoot before he was booted off the project. Such as, Superman and Lois being in Italy and him potentially straightening Luigi Pizzo was put into Superman 3, which, God, that movie's awful. Oh, dude, I'm being serious. That movie sucks.
It's not even a superhero movie. It's a Richard Pryor movie featuring Superman.
Exactly. And then there was also a scene where Superman was supposed to fight a wolf, I guess. I read. I'm reading this. I read this up. But yeah, but we don't know what all was left to be shot. Mm-hmm. But had Donner finished the movie as he intended, I'm guessing maybe around 2:20, if that.
Yes.
I mean, maybe not that long, but at least close.
But yeah, to clarify, we're saying, this is the
first movie was like what, 2:23 probably.
Yeah.
So at least 2:20, 2:30, somewhere around there, had Donner completed the movie as he wanted. But yeah, this movie's got it worse, I think.
Yeah. Makes me feel sorry for Michael Mann.
Because at least we know how much was cut out of this movie.
Although I have to say, from what we just read before, actually, I don't hate Michael Mann as much as I did before.
Yeah, you can't really blame him. It's mostly the studio, though.
Yeah, but...
Oh, and here's the thing is, this weirdo said that Michael Mann has put down this movie, which is why it doesn't have a DVD or Blu-ray release.
Yes, he actually disowned it.
Okay.
And this is the guy who made the Miami Vice movie. He gave that 2-disc special edition, and that movie was boring.
Okay, but here's the thing is, hey, George Lucas, all you guys want for the prequels. The only thing George Lucas has ever disowned, and this is even counting Howard the Duck, which, judging by Howard the Duck's cameo in Guardians, I hope we don't get a movie from him. But this is the man who made Jar Jar Binks, who people would say is the death of Star Wars, the guy who somewhat conceived Howard the Duck. Again, God hope there's not an MCU movie based on that cameo.
Oh, Misha's so sad.
Misa gonna get slapped. And then also somewhat had a hand in the holiday special, released only one time on television back in, I think, 79.
Yes.
But the holiday special is the only thing he's disowned, yet that has a DVD release.
Yeah.
I looked it up.
I've seen it, so it's actually really stupid.
I'll give George Lucas credit.
Yes, we're going to destroy the Dark Force with the power of Christmas.
But yeah, I'll give George credit. He disowns the holiday special, but he still had the balls to put it on DVD. So I'll give George credit. I mean, hate George Lucas all you want. You got to give him credit. But anyway,
Michael Mann.
You have none, sir. And this is why I'll never watch Manhunter.
Yeah. I personally...
Plus, I prefer Red Dragon anyway.
Personally, I liked it, Manhunter, just because it was the first movie I've seen featuring the Hannibal Lecter character.
Yeah, but it doesn't even have Hopkins in it, though.
Yeah.
But anyway. Right director, wrong film.
Yeah,
And also, we get a young Gandalf in this movie.
Yes.
A young Ian McKellen.
Yeah. And it's interesting to see him in two phases, because when you see him...
When you first see him,
he looks as old as he does today.
No, I think he looks a little older than he does today.
Yeah. Well, he's...
I mean, nothing against Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
Again, I'm sure he's a great guy. You know, great guy, probably fun to be around. Nothing against him.
He's got some kind of disease, not just a skin disease, but it's like, I think he can't move his arms, he can't move his legs, he can't walk.
Yeah. Yeah, but the way he looks in this movie, to borrow a phrase from Armchair Directors when they talk about The Hobbit, it looks like McKellen took a little smoke out of his pipe. Because he looks a lot older than he does in real life right now.
And then he gets his youth back, and he looks like he's maybe 10 years older than us.
Maybe, yeah.
Probably like mid-30s in this movie.
Probably. But yeah, as far as this movie, like first time viewing, it's fine. Because of all the cuts and everything, the effects they vary in quality. Lots of jumps in logic and continuity problems, what have you. It's a very butchered movie, let's just say that one.
Yeah.
But it's fine. That's the best I can say is it's fine. Anything else?
Yeah, I can tell you didn't enjoy it as much as other things, but I mean, I appreciate you at least trying. I mean, yeah, I noticed there were some segments that you actually enjoyed it somewhat.
Yeah.
Well, there's other things we forgot. The special effects. I mean,
they do vary in quality.
Yeah, they do vary. Yeah. I assume that's because of like the cutting and editing.
Yeah, because I read that they chopped this down to 96 minutes.
Yeah. Pretty
much at the last minute.
Plus, I think there was also one of the people who worked on it died before post-production, too. I think I've read that somewhere.
Wait a minute. I just saw this. Movie chopped down because of bad test screening, and yet the theatrical cut caused lapse in logic. Why does it sound familiar to me? Oh, yeah. Halloween 6, which I've never even seen, but I've heard stories about it.
But yeah, I can't hate it, the special effects for that reason, but I mean, it's just
they at least give it a good try.
Yeah, they gave it a good try.
Given what they had to work with.
I mean, because it goes from being bad, good, okay, terrible to being great.
I also heard
saying, maybe if they would have start off with the worst animations and then keep on getting better, that would have been. But it's all over the place.
Yeah,
so
and I read they actually locked Michael Mann out of the editing.
Yes.
Like they did with Josh Trank and Fan Forstick. So yeah, we're referencing a lot of stuff because it's a similar situation. But yeah,
what did you think about the music?
I thought it was decent.
Yeah, really. I mean, I think it was more than decent. I mean, personally, I actually know the people who, well, not personally, like I have never met them, but I actually know the things who did the music. The music was done by Tangerine Dream.
Never heard of them.
German electronica group, started off in the early 70s. I think they're still going on today, although rest in peace, Edgar Froese. We lost you last year, and we miss you, Dave.
You may miss him. I don't. Cause I don't know who he is.
He was the frontman for the group. He was the guy who did like 99% of their songs, composed like everything. He was a frontman and
nice.
Yeah, really good soundtrack. I mean,
I'll take your word for it.
Very 3 words, well, 4 words I would use to describe the soundtrack: beautiful, haunting, very ambient, and
ambient, my friend.
Yeah. Very dreamlike, very surrealistic.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't even think we really talked about the plot that much.
Well, we'll finish in a minute. But yeah, then people who might remember this would also remember the same group did other low-budget or very underrated 80s movies like Legend, Sorcerer, Wavelength, Soldier, The Thief with James Caan, which... Yeah, The Thief was actually directed by the same guy who directed this movie, Michael Mann.
And how was that movie?
actually extraordinarily good. Really good James Caan performance, good music, good acting. We should actually do a video for that sometime.
We kind of just did by having you talk about
it. Well, we'll do that one sometime.
Maybe.
Yeah, good movie. But yeah, and so the music, really good. There was one specific piece where it was like really repetitive that I was like, just shut up already.
In this movie?
Yeah. Yeah, in this one.
Yeah. So,
and it's there is an actual musical Easter egg at the end. The music that plays during the credits is actually a electronica cover of a song written by, I think the guy name was Howard Blake, for a movie made a couple years previous, which was called The Snowman, animated Christmas movie that was done with more pencil drawn animation. Yeah, interesting movie. No dialogue in this movie. Pretty much the only dialogue is the song called "Walking in the Air," which was played on Christmas time. But yeah, in this movie they do a.
Well, of course it's not gonna be CGI animation because first CGI animated movie was Toy Story.
I know.
Favorite movie, by the way.
Yeah, pretty much the ending music is electronica cover of this. And plot line is actually really awesome. Like I said, based on a book. The guy who wrote the book described his writing muses as being writers like H.P. Lovecraft, Robert E. Howard, Edgar Allan Poe,
Vincent Van Gogh.
No.
Shitty ass nothing character with only 3 lines. I'm sorry, I had to make the reference to Immortal Instruments review.
But yeah, the plot line pretty much. Well, it's been a long time since I've read all 6 books in this series, but the plotline for The Keep pretty much was it takes place during the later part of World War II. Like, I think it was like 1940, so I think it was pretty much like right before.
I think the movie said 43.
No, it wasn't that. But it was still during the European part. It wasn't before he got into the Pacific Theater when they bombed Pearl Harbor. And yeah, it takes place. It starts off taking place in this little village at near the bottom of the Carpathian Mountains in Romania, which kind of I was fascinated with for the fact that my ancestry comes from Romania, and I actually had ancestors who came from that specific area of Romania near the bottom of those mountains. So yeah, pretty much they're these Nazis, and they're going over there. Because
doesn't say a year.
No, but anyway, they're at this. In this village down there. It never explains why they actually go into the keep. I mean, I always assumed, well, World War II, maybe they're using it as a base of operations. It was the Carpathian Mountains, very treacherous landscape, and so I thought they could use it for base of operations, using it for just for safety reasons. So they go into the keep. Oh, wait, sorry, spoilers. Well. So anyway, they go in there, and the first thing they notice is this place is full of silver crosses. But they think that this guy keeps on saying, "Don't touch them, don't touch them. Great evil will fall." It's like, yeah, great evil, yeah, yeah, it is great evil, right?
Yeah, when someone says "don't touch" because of great evil, that usually means don't fucking touch.
Yes, when they say great evil will come from touching something religious, you can pretty much take it to the goddamn bank.
Yes. Or when somebody says, run for your life, you run for your fucking your life.
So yeah, I really want to go
too much.
Yeah, but so pretty much they touch the crosses anyway. They unleash this evil demon angel thing named Molasar, which I think there is a specific reason they chose that name. Because in the book he was actually called Raslam and he was a vampire. Maybe
that's probably why, because he's not a vampire in the movie.
Yeah. Plus in the movie he actually changes form many times. He starts off being mist, then he's like this red mist inside this white mist, and then he's like this like creature that looks like it's all muscles, almost like the Balrog from Lord of the Rings without the horns and the wings.
Well, quite fitting because we got Ian McKellen in the movie.
Yes. Hello, old friend. I've seen you 30 years ago.
You mean 30 years later?
Yeah, I've seen you 30 years later. Well, I was referring to Gandalf's, what he would have said.
Oh, I know.
Hello, I've seen you 30 years ago. We haven't talked much. How have you been?
Wow.
Wow, sorry. So yeah, but yeah, pretty much they unleash him, and he's pretty much he's being kept in this keep because of this ancient talisman.
Ancient curse, basically.
Yeah.
Because it's always a curse.
And he's trying to get these people to take it out so he can unleash his evil on the countryside, because he kind of like Parallax and the Green Lantern movies.
Parallax.
Yeah, he
feeds on fear, basically.
Yeah, but except this guy feeds on more than just fear, hatred, death, decay.
Basically, he's basically the Dementors from Harry Potter. Feeds on every bad thing.
Yes. But yeah, so that's pretty much the plot. They unleash this evil, and a lot of shit happens.
Pretty much.
I don't want to spoil it too much for people who might be interested in eventually checking out this movie.
Yeah, but you got to, if you check the movie out, you got to find it on video.
Yeah.
Which videos are being made obsolete nowadays.
Or just watch it online.
You could probably do that.
I think it is actually on Netflix.
Probably. I don't know.
But yeah,
so final thoughts, my friend.
Yeah, good. I give it a 7. I mean, like I was gonna say earlier, I do have a history of this movie. I watched a lot with my grandfather, and then he died when I was 12, and after he died, I was, like, right before he died, the VHS tape broke when we were watching it one day. I was like, oh, shit, no.
And you should have found a way to make a copy of it.
So, yeah, after he died, I was, like, going all over the place trying to find a copy, and I had no idea about the production yet. This was just something I found out in recent years. I was trying to find it and looking everywhere. It was like, some guy was like, oh, no, you're not going to find it. I was like, oh, no. I was actually crying. I mean,
I'm sure you could probably find a video copy on Amazon.
Last time I saw one was a couple years ago. $50 for a VHS copy, not including the shipping and handling.
Dude, VHS is pretty rare nowadays. I'm pretty sure if I were to buy those Star Wars movies on Amazon, the VHS tapes, those would be a lot of money.
Yeah, but I'm not going to spend $50 for something that might not even work or might break in like 3 minutes. You have no idea what the condition of it was.
Good point. I'm just saying.
Yeah. But yeah, I gave it a 7. I mean, if I would have seen the original version, of course, it probably would have been more like 9 or, but yeah.
Now you know how I feel about Suicide Squad.
Yeah. I mean, it's not
yeah. Now you know how I feel about Suicide Squad.
It's not a perfect movie. It does have its issues here and there. I mean, like the continuity, the slowness at times.
It's because they chopped 2 hours out.
Yeah. And the effects constantly changing and.
See, Hollywood. This is what happens when you chop scenes out of your movie. They become nonsensical.
Although
incoherent.
One thing I will say about the acting wise.
Yeah. The acting was pretty good.
Yeah, actually pretty good. I mean,
especially from McKellen and Glenn.
Yeah, Scott Glenn. I mean, he doesn't even really have any lines. There's like 2 or 3 sentences he says in the movie. He doesn't even have to act. Pretty much.
Honestly, those are the only known actors I know of.
Yeah.
In that movie.
I mean, he actually in this movie, the Scott Glenn actor plays a human who is embodied with a spirit. You can see the glowing eyes and all the magic.
So basically like Ghost Rider.
Yeah, kind of. Except he doesn't have a leather jacket or a motorcycle.
I'm a human possessed by spirit.
Yeah. And he has Vulcan blood. Yes, there's a scene when he's getting shot by machine guns and he has green Vulcan blood.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah.
One of the actors in this, Jürgen Prochnow or something like that, he acts the hell out of this movie. I mean, he is great. He even actually had him going, wow, that is good. And this is an actor he doesn't even really know about.
I think he was in Judge Dredd, the replacement head judge.
I think so, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, by the way, Judge Dredd, 1995, skip it. Just watch the Carl Urban Dredd movie. I'm being serious.
I like the 1995 one.
The only thing I'd give it is the uniforms they got right.
Yeah,
look closer to the comics.
The soundtrack wasn't done bad. It was like Alan Silvestri, I think.
True, I'll give it that too. Alan Silvestri can do good music because he's done Back to the Future. And the Avengers. He even decoded the music for Age of Ultron. He didn't do it completely, but he helped with it.
Yeah.
So, final thoughts. It's okay. I mean, it's a good movie. Not one I'd watch again. So I'd probably give it like a 5.
Yeah. Hey, that's higher than some people gave it.
True.
So yeah, for him, not something he'll watch again, but at least he's glad he actually tried it.
Yeah, at least I tried it. least I got to see a young Gandalf.
Yeah, and a young Gabriel Byrne, who played the villain in Vampire Academy or something like that.
I've never seen that, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, but yeah, it was Vampire Academy. It was like, but yeah, I mean, his character just in this movie, wow. I mean, he's evil. I mean, he plays.
I think he's evil for the sake of evil.
Yeah, in this movie he is. I mean,
There's no reason, just evil.
In Vampire Academy, he pretty much plays a demon, like warlock vampire, and yet he's more evil as a human than he is as an evil demonic spirit.
He's evil for the sake of evil.
I mean, he blew away like all these women and children right there with that firing squad, and then killed his own soldier.
That's violent, man.
Yeah. Killed his own soldier, just right there and there. It was like it was a pretty big bullet hole to him, and he just died right on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I found the next scene funny. Yeah, he picks up the cross that the other guy was gonna pick up, and was like scared by the demon. Oh, the power cross compels me. I was like, that's not even gonna work, dude. You just killed the guy who had the cross, and then with his blood on it because of what you did, you think you're gonna use it. It's not gonna work. The cord is cut. You're going 6 feet under, dude. Cord's cut, you're dead. Nothing's gonna help. Plus, you don't have any faith, dude.
No faith.
A cross doesn't mean shit. Excuse me. I don't mean to make fun of religion because I am myself. I'm Christian. I'm Lutheran. I'm just saying.
I'm Christian.
Without faith, the cross is nothing. To borrow anyone who listens to Nightwish, to borrow a line from one of their more popular songs, without innocence and faith, the cross is only iron, and hope is only an illusion.
So yeah, to sum it up, this video is going to be one of the longest I've ever had. Although I'm pretty sure I have longer videos. We both enjoyed the movie. It's not one I'll see again, but he's apparently a huge fan of it.
Yeah, just yesterday I did one of the online petitions to get it on DVD.
Yeah, we both signed petitions, but for different movies. You can tell which one I signed up for. Because I've mentioned it multiple times.
Suicide Squad.
Yes. Warner Bros., if you're watching this, release Ayer's cut.
And actually, I mean,
and Paramount, if you're watching this, release the original 3.5-hour version of this movie.
And with all the other stuff that was added over the years because of this, it's actually kind of amazing that there still isn't a DVD and Blu-ray release. I mean, there was actually a couple graphic novels based on this book and movie. There was actually a board game based on this book and movie, and I think there was like another game that was kind of like a RPG kind of board, card, pen and paper type thing. So yeah, this had some kind of legacy being turned into games and books and stuff.
It's been kept alive in the human consciousness. So yeah, that's our review. I hope you guys didn't get too bored of us because this video is long. So you guys, you know where my channel is. You guys are basically watching this video. If you're watching the video, you're on my channel. Hopefully I can get this weirdo set up on YouTube and get his own reviews. So yeah, catch you later. May the force be with you.
And there will be many more reviews being done with me and him.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
See ya.